Dewan Sultan Mizan merupakan dewan utama bagi Universiti Malaysia Terengganu. Dewan ini terletak berhampiran dengan Pusat Kesihatan Universiti. Kapasiti tetamu di dalam bilik adalah sekitar 4,000. Dewan ini juga unik dari segi bangunan yang serupa dengan bentuk penyu. Terdapat 2 tingkat di dalam dewan. Bilik ini digunakan untuk acara hebat seperti sijil tamat pengajian, sijil pentauliahan dan sebagainya. Mizan ini adalah seluas 118.95 meter. Contoh kemudahan dan infrastruktur Dewan Sultan Mizan adalah Majlis Konvensyen Kolej Ketengah yang berlangsung pada 26 Jun 2022 bertempat di Dewan Sultan Mizan, Universiti Malaysia Terengganu. Majlis Konvensyen ini disempurnakan oleh YB Datuk Seri Makzir bin Khalid, Menteri Pembangunan Luar. Seterusnya, Majlis Ikrar Pelajar Parasi Swazah bagi sesi 2022-2023 yang dikendalikan oleh yang berbahagia Prof. Datuk Dr. Mazlan Abdul Ghani, Naib Chancellor UMT bertempat di Dewan Sultan Mizan. Seramai 2,149 pelajar baharu pada sesi kemasukan tersebut.
Contoh lain kemudahan yang terdapat di dalam Dewan Sultan Mizan ialah pada 18 September 2022, program Himpunan Rakyat Sempena Sambutan Bulan Kebangsaan UMT 2022 yang disempurnakan oleh Yang Berbahagia Madya Datuk Dr. Mazlan bin Abdul Ghaffar, Naib Kansellor Pengetua dan Pegawai Kanan UMT di Dewan Sultan Mizan UMT. Seterusnya, Dewan Sultan Mizan juga digunakan sebagai tempat peperasan akhir. Sebagai contoh, gambar yang dipapar menunjukkan telah berlangsung peperasan akhir program Sarjana Muda dan Diploma yang bermula pada 3 hingga 20 Julai 2022 bertempat di Dewan Sultan Mizan UMT.
Kewujudan tumbuhan menjadi sumber yang penting seperti untuk iklim, penyejuk dan lain-lain. Bukan itu sahaja, biasanya tumbuhan juga berfungsi sebagai hiasan taman atau bilik agar kelihatan segar dan selesa. Faedah pertama yang dapat dirasai daripada kewujudan tumbuhan bagi manusia adalah sebagai penghasil oksigen yang diperlukan untuk manusia atau hidupan lain seperti haiwan untuk bernafas. Perkara ini boleh berlaku sekiranya ia melakukan proses fotosintesis pada tumbuhan sehingga ia menghasilkan gas oksigen dan gula yang menjadi simpanan makanan. Selain itu, tumbuhan juga akan menyerap gas karbon dioksida di udara. Gas karbon dioksida adalah salah satu gas toksik yang berbahaya bagi manusia. Dengan tumbuh-tumbuhan yang hidup di sekeliling manusia, gas tersebut dapat diserap dengan baik sehingga manusia dapat oksigen yang cukup dan mengelakkan bahaya gas beracun.
For the introduction, what is sustainability plan? A sustainability plan provides strategies for sustaining the program, activities and partnerships and acts as a roadmap for accomplishing long-term goals. Sustainability can be characterized in numerous ways, including the long-term viability of the project's values, the long-term viability of organizational relationship, and the long-term viability of service. The components of a sustainable program must be addressed early in the planning and implementation stage. Why sustainability plan is important? Key issues to consider when planning for sustainability include: first, planning for the continued engagement of partners and stakeholders. Second, obtaining input and buy-in from partners and stakeholders. Third, demonstrating the impact of the program by measuring cost savings or other metrics associated with service integration activities. Fourth, sharing information about outcomes with participants and other key stakeholders. Fifth, developing an organizational plan to leverage human, financial and in-kind resources. Sixth, defining short-term and long-term funding and or reimbursement options.
Okay, now what are the part of the sustainability plan? Sustainability is often represented diagrammatically. The figure at the bottom shows that there are 3 pillars of the sustainability: economic viability, environmental protection, and social equity. Now we can see the figure element in sustainability: community, financial, organizational to project sustainability. Community sustainability addresses the issue of how well the project is rooted in the community. it also describes how the community will continue with the project once there is no more financial support from the donor. This part has been recognized as very important in the last decade as it become more and more clear that without the support of the community, many projects have no chance of survival. If the community does not feel ownership of the project, even with a well-thought-out financing strategy, the project will probably fail. Financial sustainability describes your project's ability to survive financially. Here, it is necessary to state the type of funding source available for the future to ensure the project can maintain its financial needs. Basically, it has two options relying on external source of internal source. Organizational sustainability describes the ability of your organization as a whole to survive. The donor want to establish a long-lasting partnership, so they want to know if your organization will still be there in 10 years. This can also be achieved through external sources like grant and long-term funding, or through external sources like income-generating activities or membership fees.
Next is sustainability plan. The establishment of retail store or cafe. The community, staff, student or the general public do not need to go outside UMT to get some snacks or necessities. With the existence of this grocery store or cafe, people who use Dewan Sultan Mizan do not need to go out to find a nearby grocery store or cafe to get the goods or needs. For example, students who do not have their own vehicle do not need to look for e-hailing such as Maxim or Grab, or use the Food Panda and Grab Food application to get food. With the existence of a small grocery store and cafe in the hall areas, students can especially save money so that they do not have to go outside to get something. The cafe or retail store can be serviced especially to the users of the Dewan Sultan Mizan. This retail store or cafe can provide service to users as well as save fuel money for hall users who drive their own vehicle. Next is form an effective and efficient organization. A sustainability organization is an organized group of people who aim to advance sustainability or the act of organizing something sustainably. Management is an important component in achieving student attendance at Dewan Sultan Mizan and used for certain events and programs. In assuring the comfort of students attending the hall and the high demand for the use of the hall, the role of the hall staff needs to be given serious attention. The administrative office should be efficient, friendly, and attentive service by the hall is important to ensure that all matters related to the hall to run smoothly. Those who use the hall for performance, such as dance, performance, and so on, need a good care. Changing rooms, toilets, and prayer areas are always available for students and hall visitors.
Next, provide parking facilities. The parking spot at the Sultan Mizan Hall is certainly a concern for the users of the hall. Parking space should be increased in addition to the disabled. They should be privileged for the lack of the privileges. By increasing the parking space in the hall, users do not have to walk far from the parking lot to the hall. Large council or programs, such as convocations, require a lot of parking space. With parking lot, parents do not need to park in remote place and walk to the hall. In addition, elderly parents who are at the age that don't have the means to walk long distance. Next, by expanding the prayer room to Muslims, the prayer room in the hall is not enough space for all users in the hall. Users are forced to wait for their turn for the person inside to complete the prayer. The space inside is not enough for the users to use it in large quantities.
Okay, for the conclusion, it is thus true that stable environmental requirements are the result of sustained growth. Future generations can take advantage of these opportunities. Sustainable development is an excellent strategy when it comes to the conservation of natural resources. Plans such as providing shuttle buses, green building, green environment, and favorable organization could be the example why we need a sustainability plan. The three pillars of sustainability, including the environment, society, and economy, would form the basis of the sustainability plan.